Organized money.
So one of your responsibilities as commissioner is to hear cases that come through the administrative process. And there's this fascinating situation right now. There was a case that was brought at the end of the Biden term by Lena Khan and your FTC about PBMs and insulin. And at the moment, that is a case without a judge. Could you explain the circumstances now whereby there's essentially no one available to hear this case?
Absolutely. So last year, FTC staff presented the commission with a case where they alleged that competition was fundamentally broken when it came to insulin for these pharmacy middlemen. For everyone listening, I hope you've listened to the PBM episodes on organized money, but real quick, you got a bunch of insurers that have gobbled each other up, and now there's basically three that dominate, it would appear, 80% of the market. Then you got a bunch of pharmacies and mail order, specialty, brick and mortar, and those have basically consolidated around three groupings that are owned or jointly held by the companies that hold or the insurers themselves. And then you've got this middle layer of pharmacy middlemen called pharmacy benefit managers, who staff allege, decides the prices that consumers pay, the medicines they're able to get, and basically negotiate between the manufacturer and the insurer, right? So what FTC staff alleged is that these PBMs had set up a system where they were competing not to lower the price of insulin to their customers, to the patients, but to raise the price of insulin. And so they filed suit before the FTC. They wanted to file suit. The commission approved it, right? And then I believe right now it's before an administrative law judge. But myself and Commissioner Slaughter would be the judges one level up from that resolve disagreements between FTC staff and the PBMs before that judge. And so right now, there are no judges.
Well, but here's the important part.
Please.
Here's why there's no judges at that level. Commissioner Holyoke and Chair Ferguson recused themselves from this case because they worked on PBM issues at the state level. Is that right?
Yes, and I don't want to say this incorrectly. They were working, to help consumers with those issues, right? They were trying to make it easier for consumers to access low prices. But yes, they recused themselves.
So you take them out. There's no Holyoke, there's no Ferguson to work on this case.
Right.
Trump has tried to take you out along with Commissioner Slaughter, there's no fifth chair. So there's literally zero judges for this case at the moment.
That's right. And what is completely wild is I don't think anyone has any idea what's going to happen to this case, because this has never happened before, right? The last time this was tried was 90 years ago. The Supreme Court said no. I'll file suit soon, and I hope it says no and anticipate it'll say no again. But right now, we have no idea what's going to happen to that lawsuit that staff alleges is critical to help people get access to cheap insulin.
I'm going to do something kind of mean right now.
Let's do it.
I'm going to put the lawyer for the PBMs, who's a former Reagan antitrust division chief named Rick Rule. He's now on my background. I do this.
I see that.
Yeah. So I'm on
Zoom. It's a very visual podcast.
We do this. We do put the podcast on YouTube. So
we do put the video on. Yes.
But I do that because he actually tried to get a subpoena through the courts in this case for all conversations between the FTC and all pharmacies and the New York Times and my organization. So lovely people. Anyway, I just wanted to make it all about.
And let me say, I am sincere. I think I am an FTC commissioner right now today. I'm going to go to court to ratify that, but I do need to be careful because I am sitting as a judge in this matter.
Right. Good point.
I need to give the parties a fair shake. So
good point.
So I'm gonna do my second no comment, hopefully last no comment on
organized money.
Please like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so that more people can get exposed to organized money. Really appreciate it.